Everybody, welcome back to What Elon Said with Mark and Kevin. Today is Friday, April 29th. Let's jump into it and see what
Yeah.
Elon said in the past day. First up here, we have a tweet yesterday from Steven Crowder. The government is creating a misinformation governance board. Who else did something like that? Oh, I remember the Nazis. And there's some data showing some interesting things going on post Elon Musk's Twitter takeover. And Elon says discomforting, while also following it up here um, with Tom Fitton saying Minister of Truth is trending because Biden administration appointed a radical leftist to run a censorship board in the Department of Homeland Security a few days after Musk purchased Twitter announced. And this guy put a funny meme here with George Orwell. It was the author of 1984 and other classics. Boy, did I call it or what?
That's very funny.
This is by no means the end of this commentary or this topic for the day. It is front and
Yes,
center.
going on. So I read that and I thought it was interesting. I didn't know what the ministry or committee is that's going to be there. Well, there's no ministry in the U.S., but the
Yeah. Ministry
whatever
of
that
Truth.
must be in Britain or something. They put it up in
Well, I think Ministry of Truth is from 1984.
from yeah, but the other committee. What was that committee?
Oh, yeah, it's like that. We covered it yesterday. It's a
Oh, the
new.
Misinformation Governance Board. That's right. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, 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 yes. I was yes, Ministry of Truth from 1984. Yes, that's
Yeah,
very
see, just
similar.
all seems
Yes.
a little too coincidental for these
Oh, definitely.
boards and departments to be opening up as this is
Yes,
taking
I
place.
definitely can envision Elon being dragged in front of a committee within the next couple of weeks.
Oh yeah.
That will be the TV event of the year.
Live
C-SPAN ratings will go
coverage.
off the C-SPAN will go the biggest ratings they ever had, maybe.
Maybe. It gosh. Will not be the first reference to OJ Simpson, right?
That's right.
Nonstop coverage. Oh boy. Here we have Walter Kern. Mr. Elon Musk has invited the world to abuse him verbally on his own property. That's my definition of a generous and gracious host. And he says freedom of speech means freedom of speech. What can I say?
Yeah, that was a great comment though on his own property.
Yeah. Um, yep. That
That's it.
I mean, and other properties. So
And other properties. He's
lots.
Elon basically saying, I mean, he's a straight line. It's like just freedom of speech. He's just not mincing words. He's like, so it could be a crazy show, but we'll see what happens in the end.
Yeah, but I did like the I think it was the New York Times opinion piece that was posted yesterday. Elon liked it. Um that is Twitter not already just like a crazy mess, of idea. I mean, it's an open marketplace of ideas, but it's like to say that it's going to be filled with hatred and anger, like is definitely a remark coming from someone who hasn't been on Twitter before.
Yes, yes, yes. I know. It's already there. But honestly, we've said this before, but I feel if I don't, it's a big if he's able to get rid of the bots, then Twitter will be a different place. It might not be
Yeah,
the place everyone thinks it is.
yeah, that would be a huge win to try to authenticate people and get rid of the bots. I mean, if
I
for nothing
wonder
else
how much
than
hate.
just like the frustrations for the users. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much hatred there will. There probably will be hatred. We don't know, but once the bots are gone, we'll see what the real environment is like.
oh,
I know that when Russia was kicked off of a lot of these platforms, they're suddenly a lot better. But we'll see what happens in
I
the
think
end.
there's still a lot of very impassioned opinions out there that are not bot driven.
That is true. That is
I
true.
would just, yeah, I think for the annoyance factor, it'd be nice to get rid of those. But
Yes.
like we've talked about, I think there's a lot of other questions that we don't know how he would handle it, right? So like
Hmm.
posting anonymously.
That's right.
I'm not sure of his opinion on that.
I don't know. We'll
But
see.
we do get into plenty of I guess the political arena here in the last 24 hours with his posts, but here he's just put up a meme here that I think is from where would it come? Swipe right, WRIHT. But just saying that basically his political perspectives and outlooks haven't really changed over time. They've stayed um, fairly close to center, but the
Uh,
left has pulled way left, and then we'll see further on that there's arguments to be made that the right has then also pulled far right. But here you have, I think this is the issue that he has, where the left has pulled way left, and then claiming that you're a bigot because you're still in the same position that you were, over 10 years ago.
and your position, even though it's the same, now it's considered to be to the right, even
Yeah,
though you have your positions are the same, but those positions are considered to be to the right. They're not left enough. So that's
yeah,
part of it here. So
exactly.
like here, yeah,
And
and as you said, the
Shibatoshi,
right, yeah,
yeah, Shibatoshi Nakamoto saying 10 years ago I would have called myself progressive because I believed in equality and not being an asshole over trivial things. And now I'm moderate because I believe in equality and not being an asshole over trivial things. Yeah. And Elon says the same thing here. But we got, some commentary from Tim Urban here about the same post, um, giving his opinion on what he thinks is happening. And we won't go into it, but it's on the screen here. And Elon just saying, I strongly supported Obama for president, but today's Democratic Party has been hijacked by extremists.
yeah. There he's saying that so he feels it's extreme, which it is in many ways. It'll be interesting to see how that evolves. I feel that one tweet there is what will get him dragged in front of Congress. But
Hmm.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, that's an
See what's
opinion,
his.
but
That's an
given the
opinion. It's an
megaphone that
opinion.
he has, it's an opinion that um, is going to cause a lot of disruption. So,
Yes. Um. So yeah, we definitely know how Elon feels, and uh, other people have good points that it is swayed and needs to be a little more representative of all sides.
yeah.
Paul Graham's posting here. It's interesting. So um, that is in fact what has happened since the 1980s, 1990s. The right has moved a little further right, but the left has moved a lot further left. So this is according to one source. I don't know. There's other
Yeah, I
sources that
forget
will
the
show.
source. It says Pew Research Center.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
the
Economist. It's the Economist. And
the
there
Economist.
was some pushback in the comments about
Yeah,
like that was not that you're not reflecting the graphs appropriately. Um,
yeah, and you could show graphs showing both sides. So that the right has gone much further right and the left's gone much further left. In general, I think both have gone pulled away to both sides.
yeah,
But that, as Elon said, that is the margins. Those people who are pulled over, and he's trying to. They'll be angry, but the 80% in the middle will be happy.
yeah. It's definitely quite a polarized political environment in the
Yes.
U.S. and in the world. I'd argue. Here's some more Shibatoshi Nakamoto. Um, it and I like this one because this to me is getting down to the root of the problem, which is not necessarily having strong opinions about things, but it's about the rage that comes with anybody who says anything different than what your political beliefs are. Um,
Yes.
it's he's saying if you aren't spending all your time screaming, attacking people, and blindly hating things, ignoring context and nuance, you're the enemy. That crap is turning people off. It's fascinating how the people doing this can't tell how much they're sabotaging their own movements or their movements. Rationality is considered unnecessary in the name of whatever random thing of the week people need to pitchfork and lives to ruin. Should be ringing alarm bells, but whatever.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
So there's like
this line
this.
right here. The amount of vitriol you get from suggesting that, hey, the extreme people are kind of turning me off a little, maybe they should chill a bit, is so intense that it proves the point even further. I, I mean, I've personally experienced this on both sides
Yeah.
on Twitter.
It is a lot of
Frustrating.
anger that people post when they're just behind a computer screen.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I mean, I don't know, maybe it is bots, but I got a feeling that there's a lot of just angry people out there too.
yeah, it'll probably still stay there, but just be more, everyone could speak on both sides. I like
Yeah.
this. I like the where they this meme just showing, and Elon liked this one. He is the left, the right, the two angry people on both sides, and me just posting memes to trigger them both. Smiling, having fun, knowing he's going to drive them crazy. So easy to get people riled up over a little funny meme.
I don't know. I don't Is it good? It's not good to do it on any side, nor to both
No,
sides,
no,
you
no,
know?
no. Don't
Like,
stir the pot too much. Yeah.
yeah. Um, more commentary on this.
That is definitely Elon. He is just posting memes to get everyone riled up.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true. Yeah, so from the support of gays to many other social issues, the right is moving more to the left. And that's okay too. Something I like. Yeah, I mean, there was a comment I saw earlier today that was, I have family on both sides, but now the left hates Elon so much that the right is starting to um, adopt electric vehicles. Like, what's happening here?
Whoa, it's going both ways. It's funny.
Yeah,
Everyone's taking each other's cause. It's all flipping.
it's all based on whatever the other team doesn't like.
Yeah.
I'll like it.
And now Elon switched back to the more fun
Yeah,
things.
come on, just
Just
keep
saying, oh
Twitter.
hi, LOL to what he said to go. I like he had the slogan, real magic is only a sip away.
Yeah, so bringing back up the Coca-Cola. I know you said yesterday that this was the topic of conversation in your
Oh,
car
it
and
was.
in the town and stuff.
Oh, in the town and on TV, like crazy,
Mm,
everywhere. It was funny.
interesting.
That
Here's
spread
another
very fast.
funny one from Michael Dell,
Uh,
frequent, frequent Twitter communicator with Elon.
mhm.
Not really. Here are the similarities and differences between Elon Musk take private at Twitter and R. Dell take private in 2013 and EMC take private in 2016. Thread 1 of 137. Ah, man. That deserved the laugh that Elon gave it. So well done, Michael Dell.
Yes,
There was
he
no second tweet to that in the thread.
no, there was none. But that tells me that Elon clicked on it to wondering what he said and was going to read all 137.
Just another one
But
of those jokes about how Twitter really could improve in some ways. Doesn't need
yes,
um, threads 137 bits long. Yeah, okay. Why don't you take this one here?
yeah. So Twitter has the potential to be the identity layer of the world. The fact that DM's product has stagnated for years is one of the biggest missed opportunities in the history of social apps.
Mm,
So they could have been the DM, like the communication method of the world, sort of like Signal, I guess, but expanded. And they just have not capitalized it. Like everyone is Twitter, and it could be a much better communication and more secure protocol.
mm.
So I know this has been a rallying point over the last day or two since Elon tweeted about DMs. So we'll see. We'll see what he does in terms of encryption and expanding the product.
Mm. So, what do you think it means by the identity layer of the world? To me, that means like this is representative of me. It's almost
Like a
like your
protocol.
what's that?
Yeah, it's your it's your like address. It'll
Yeah,
be who you
yeah,
are.
exactly.
Yeah, I've never thought about that before, but I guess it could be if that's the main thing, in
I
the sense
mean,
that your email address is your identity
yeah,
in a lot of ways, your
yeah.
primary
Or
one.
it
So
could have been your Twitter, and there's not really many people, let's say, adding their Twitter handle to a resume or CV.
Uh, no, and and also there's the DM function on Twitter. The way messages are received is not very user friendly. Like
Yeah,
it'll just pile up.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
So it could be it could be if it's a useful thing, it could be the message handler. It still could be. It's not too late. But
So
because it is so short and it's easy to use, that it would be good there. Although there's a lot of them that have silly names, but yes.
Yeah. But it's something that he's noted before about adding a
Yes,
signal like
absolutely.
encryption to it.
Hmm.
Some more commentary that he liked. This is just Stephen Mark Ryan giving his 2 cents. It will be a super bumpy ride, but important ride. Many people did not see, notice, or understand what was happening. Okay. Yes. So, changing lanes for a minute or two here. We have Holmar's catalog saying, "Yep, Elon Musk has been selling Tesla shares," and yep, it was identified through was it 10K or 10Q? Which
Yeah,
form?
I guess the official posting on Edgar's.
Yeah, whatever
So
the official form is. But
yeah,
that he has sold just about 4 million shares in the last few days. I guess in order to fund his purchase here. Which, as I contemplated that a bit today, I thought that I ultimately concluded that that was the right move. Um, to have funded it any other way would have created just more rage from people about how he's using other people's money to fund this purchase. You know?
yeah. Well, I still think he is using other people's. I think it's just a portion of it. I don't think it's fully funded from Tesla.
Okay. Well, I
I
mean, he
think
still has
it's
money from his last sale, right? In order to
well,
pay
he
taxes.
did, but I don't think he's putting up all the money. I think he's putting up about 20 billion, or
Okay.
so, and then others are supporting it from the other remaining amount. So, but he will have the majority ownership.
Yeah. Either
So it is
way,
a
I thought
mix.
getting the money that he needed by selling Tesla shares was the right move as opposed
Yeah, I
to
agree, definitely, and the stock will go back up over time. So, um, so here we have many great deep learnings advances are so obvious in hindsight that it's hard to tell what the big deal all about. What I don't have my glasses on today, so
yeah, sorry,
hard
man.
to tell. You might want to, here, let me try this again. Many great deep learning advances are so obvious in hindsight that it's hard to tell what was big deal all about. I knew I didn't read that wrong.
No, you're
What was
good.
big deal all about?
When
Yes.
you're reading tweets, you gotta just like add words and
Yes.
adjust your eyes and brains for typos. Like
Yes.
crazy. But hey, yeah,
Uh,
I like this line. You know, it's
yeah.
I was also watching something with Kevin Kelly from Wired, or
Uh-huh.
maybe like founder of Wired.
Yeah, he was from Wired.
Yeah,
That's right.
a
Yeah.
great TED talk from him about the future is determined by optimists and why it's so important to stay optimistic about the future and why we're so blinded by events, bad, negative events that occur in the world and how it drags us into pessimism when really optimism is what has won out for 500 years or more in civilization. And it the problems of now were the solutions of the past, and that's going to continue to be the case. So
Yes, definitely. Like you could see scientific advances. It was big, and also like you get caught up, which is referred to, and also events. You ever watch? It's funny watching like old Saturday Night Lives when they're on and they show the news segment, which is a weird analogy. But you
mm,
see what the events of the day were like in the '90s or something. You're like, that's such like it was. Everyone was wrapped in it at the
right,
moment. Now it's like whatever,
yeah,
doesn't matter.
like we solved that problem,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like your old reference
it's past.
about New York horse crap. You know,
That's right.
the horse crap's gonna take over New York City. No one will be able to live there. Yeah, okay.
That's right. They pulled out the chart like so by 1900 they projected by 1950 we're going to be this deep in horse crap. We got to figure it out. How are we going to do this? This is like a runaway train. The world's going to be a disaster.
Well,
They didn't see the next invention.
look, it's like Elon has said that as long as we are addressing the problem, then we should not, and urgently addressing it, then we should not fall into pessimism and dystopian thoughts.
That's right. Um, they always say the other line is that humans are very good at solving slow moving disasters.
Yeah.
So there's an imminent danger we're in trouble. But if something like a climate change or something along that line, there will be problems on the way. But usually, if we know it's way out, we'll solve the problem.
Hmm.
So it is optimistic in the end.
Definitely. Speaking of solving problems, we have Deslerati here with an article that the Model X is the fastest selling used car in the United States last month. So that's positive.
Nice, very positive. Use there,
Not
so
great
there's
for
enough
used car
Teslas,
prices, but
not great for used car prices, but because they hold up their value. And
yeah.
but there's enough Teslas out there now that it is impacting the used car market. It's interesting to know.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I've looked in the past and there's not a huge market for the used Teslas because, well, not to say that there's not demand. There's just too much demand and not enough
That's right.
out
That's
there.
right.
So here we have Silicon Valley, or Tesla owner Silicon Valley, with breaking news that Elon Musk wins Tesla investor lawsuit over Solar City deal. Um, I'm struggling to remember the details of this. Do you remember?
I actually don't either. I think it was something that
Yeah,
buying
it
Solar
was like
City, and
some.
which was years ago. I don't remember what it was, but I guess good for Tesla. I don't
I
know.
feel like it was some sort of like insider information or um, misleadings about the deal that was being made. Solar City.
Yeah, but it's good to know about one lawsuit, big lawsuit behind them.
Yeah. Oh, so this is what I was referring to earlier on the call. That this was the opinion piece in the New York Times. I thought it was yesterday, but I guess it was this morning. But I read
Mm-hmm.
this. It was great. It's a great piece.
Oh, and it was more. It is more of a positive piece.
Yeah, yeah. I was in support. I mean, I thought it did a good job of saying, look, man, Elon's not perfect. Like this is a mess.
Yeah.
And he pisses everybody off, but he's also like one of the greatest innovators or the greatest innovator of our time, arguably. And he's doing a lot of things that are for the benefit of humanity. So, you know,
Yes,
that really should outweigh the nitpicky stuff that's going on right now.
that's right. He's not like the robber barons of the past. He's
Yeah.
a
And here's just a quote from it. Musk might do more to combat climate change than just about any lefty environmental activist or politician you can name. His is not an
yeah.
empire built on inheritance, dumb luck, or monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
Although monopoly might be a case in the future.
Well, created monopoly.
Yeah.
But yes, I like this picture. Here we have again from Tesla owner Silicon Valley. Other companies spent money on advertising and manipulating public opinion. Tesla focuses on the product. I trust the people.
That's it.
So nice quote. I don't know what brought this on, but it's a nice quote that they put up there.
Yeah. A nice little distraction from the Twitter madness.
Yeah,
But
pretty
yeah,
good.
he's always
Pretty
said
good.
that, we couldn't transition to sustainable energy unless the product was there, you know? And
Yeah. I,
their goal was
go
just
ahead.
to make the best car possible, make it electric. And that was the only way you're going to attract people to start that transition.
Yeah, they knew it would be good. And I guess, I trust the people is alluding to Twitter that if we open it up, he trusts that people will do the right thing in the end. It'll balance out
Mm.
rather than if you try to regulate them, they'll get more angry and post crazier things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
taking it out of
I've had a lot of
context.
thoughts recently about how this Twitter could be like an open source protocol, that like just like Bitcoin, like
Yeah.
money, transparent money, but transparent platform, communication
Um,
platform.
Elon's probably thought about it from 20 different angles. He already knows
Yeah.
how it's all going to go 3 years out. He's like, everyone's going to argue about this, and then 6 months from now, they'll be upset about that. And then we'll have it fixed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think you said that you listened to that David Sachs interview, but it's like he
Yes.
said that, and he's just all about the mission. Like the mission comes first, then he figures out way to make money to achieve the mission, and like all those steps along the way, he's great at creating revenue producing businesses to drive the mission.
Mm-hmm.
So here's Sawyer Merritt posting that there's news Tesla Giga Berlin held a girls' day to encourage girls to think about tech careers. They got to see the day to day work in an EV factory. So that's pretty cool. Encouraging
Very
news
cool.
there.
Yeah. making more positive stuff there. You said an optimistic future.
Yeah.
Um, Shibatoshi Nakamoto, behavior, actions, and how you treat others is infinitely more important than beliefs and stated values.
Mm.
So this is sort of a, do what you do, not what you say, is
Yeah.
what is impact. Follow the actions, not the words.
Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't think of this until now, but it correlates with something that the Dalai Lama posted today, saying that
Oh,
really that it's motivations that matter the most, and your behaviors and actions. Um,
yeah,
but if they're
it's
not
true.
grounded in the right motivation, it's not. It's gonna show.
Not good. Not good.
Yeah. All right, everyday astronaut, catch a sneak peek. Some incredible footage. I did follow this link, and I just found a 1 hour video of how rockets work. And I was like, well,
Well,
that's
there
gonna
you
have to
go.
be bedtime viewing.
Yes.
Whew.
Very interesting. Y'all keep you awake.
Yeah,
All right.
my brain was not ready for that in the
I'm
moment.
I'm looking forward to see his next
Yeah,
interview here. So
always
it'll be
great
good.
interviews, and really great to get an inside look into SpaceX and what they're doing there.
Uh, so here's more. Just a lot of plugs for Silicon Valley Tesla owners today.
I like.
Talk to a kid today and ask them what the best car is. They'll say, "Oh, talk to a kid." They'll say Tesla. When kids know, then the work is done. Elon Musk.
Yeah, love it. I think that's true, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
right. They know.
I don't know. Some kids are probably influenced by their parents one way or another.
Yeah.
But kids love screens. Kids love technology. Um, and
Oh,
Teslas are
Elon
just cool
responded to
looking. So.
this. The
And they
horse
seem to be
incident.
more in tune to climate change and needs what needs to
They
happen.
are definitely are more in tune with a lot more than we are, or at least
Yeah.
I am. It's amazing.
Yeah.
They are definitely. I'll say things, and I feel like the crazy uncle or something now around all kids. Like, oh, you can't say that
Tell
anymore.
me about it,
You
man.
can't.
I was at an Ed Sheeran show with my kids last night, and I felt like grandpa there. Sad, dude. um, All right, so here we have some FSD update, just a funny one, but we have a shot from C Biggs. Could we get the Tesla software to better recognize horses in the drive-through at Whataburger? This is Texas.
That's very funny.
And Elon responding here saying the car knows that something's there, just doesn't know what they're horses yet, but it will. Dogs, cats, and many other animals will also be recognized. But you can actually see in the picture there that it is picking up some sort of animal.
It is picking up something, so it's interesting, but it's
Yeah,
not there. So he says
but
it will. When? Who knows? But it says it will
you
pick
gotta
it up.
love his
So
confidence with it.
he is. It's
Yeah.
always an answer.
And then right
Okay.
before we jumped on here, getting back into um, Twitter madness. And
Yeah. We'll do this one quick.
yeah, I know you got to run. So
Right.
um, just Elon saying, I try not to pick fights, but I do finish them. So yeah.
Yeah.
Holmore's saying, that's kind of a warning to Democratic leaders. But
Yeah. I know. He does finish. I mean, you can see he doesn't go away.
well,
Oh, here's more
because you know
minister.
why? He's a hyper rationalist, is what I heard him coin that term in an old interview this morning that I was listening to.
Wow.
He just
That's
uses
a good one.
reason, and at the end
Reason,
of the
and he's not going to
day,
let it
like,
go.
it's gonna win. Reason and physics.
Yeah. He does not give up, but you got to give. That's one thing you can say about Elon Musk. He
Yeah.
will not let anything die, even the smallest point to the biggest issue.
Yep. I mean, if he knows that, like, that's kind of the way of the universe, then he's gonna fight for it. All right. Well, he's saying this is messed up regarding the Ministry of the Truth. Then there was just some commentary about Battlestar Galactica. Mark Andreessen saying that he strongly disagreed with that one and making a joke saying everyone knows the purpose of science fiction is to lecture us about the current thing. And then Elon just came out and tweeted the far left hates everyone, themselves included. But I'm no fan of the far right either. Let's have less hate and more love. Yeah.
Less far. Less far. That's what we need.
Less far? Yes, less far. Less extremes. And Elon, I think this might be the last one, but the people at Twitter strongly agree that Twitter needs to be fixed. It's related to an old poll that he posted.
Yeah,
That's
that's true.
oh,
He is a
okay,
good.
well,
I like how he always looks how he does polls for what he has.
yeah. So there's a couple more here, but they're really just related to everything else that we've said. I guess lastly, we have thank you, Elon Musk, for always listening to feedback. I assume the mobile charger delivery window aligns with the vehicle delivery. Love the wall connector being an option and ordering as well. And on the heels of the successful AX-1 mission, Axiom has announced a deal with the Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center to fly an Emirati astronaut to SpaceX Dragon as part of a NASA mission. This is due to launch net 2023. So good. We leave it on some positive SpaceX news.
Absolutely, always like
Um,
that.
Man, it's great to get some speckles of the innovation commentary in there. We're happy to get back to that, but in the meantime, we'll keep on covering everything that Elon said. So hopefully you liked the episode. If you did, give us a like and consider subscribing. We'll catch you all on Monday. Have a great one.